up, everybody? Welcome to a quick, short version episode of Viva Los Bills. Buffalo Will, as always. What's going on? Listen, I know it's been a while, but Vinny and we haven't been on. Doesn't mean we're gone. We just haven't been on. Life happens. He's busy with stuff. I'm busy with stuff. Sad to say, what I'm doing is taking up Thursday nights. So we have to find a night, maybe a Friday night, maybe a Wednesday night until the regular season or until I get done with what I'm doing. Then we'll be able to hop on every Thursday again down the line, hopefully sometime sooner than later. But what am I doing? This is what I'm doing. Who? What? What? Who's this guy? Who's that guy? Anyway, that's me wearing my fireman uniform. Let me take it out. Boom! The town I live in. We have volunteers. I thought, hey, why not? I'll jump in, be part of, the community. And I'm a volunteer, so I have to go to school Tuesdays and Thursday nights for I think about 6 months or so. And once that's done, then we could get the ball rolling. But Vinny and we're going to look and try to get, a night where we could do the show live again, as always. And then we get to interact with everybody. And that's about it. But what I wanted to do was jump on real quick and, give my idea of what the Bills should do today. I just thought about this morning. I didn't even reach out to Vinny. Vinny might be on later on one of the other shows, so check out the shows on I-95 South. And, which show they might do a quick draft night show. As always, listen, I know it's early, but boom, Bacardi. I got a few hours before class. This should be gone by then. Salute to all the Bills fans, all the Viva Los Bills fans, Bills Mafia, everybody out there watching real quick. This is for you. Bacardi rum punch, real rum cocktail. These are actually pretty good. Bought them for the first time. Give them a 4 out of 5. Enough said. Let's get going. So the Bills have the 25th round pick. We all know that. I've been seeing everything from wide receiver, cornerback to running backs. And I think if we do anything besides cornerback, we lost our mind. Now, I do not think the Bills are going to try to move up. If they do, I would be very surprised if they did that because of the high cost nowadays to move up in the draft. So me, looking in the first round, I would say corner all the way because we don't know where Trey White is, if he's going to be ready for the regular season. And we lost Wallace for $4 million a year, which still burns to me because I think he was legit number 2. He carried the torch while Trey was gone, but he's gone for $4 million. So we need to replace Wallace. Don't know if Dane Jackson's ready to take that next step to be a legit number 2. But if Trey's not ready for the beginning of the season, guess what? Dane's going to have to be number 1 or number 2. Either Cameron Neal or whoever it is going to have to step up. We're going to have backups. Not our 1 and 2 are gone if Trey's not ready. So let's see. Maybe Von Miller could get, not Peterson, Joe, who was on the Cleveland Browns, to join our squad. I know he's pushing for him. But anyway, I think the Bills are going to wait till after the draft, see where they can free up some cap space, because I believe right now, as you can see on the scroll, I think there's $7.3 million, and then they're going to have to sign the rookies. So it's going to be a little tough. Hopefully Brandon Mean can work his magic. Now, that said, first round, I think Clemson's Andre Booth Jr. He's 6 foot tall, about 194. I like the size. He plays a little zone. Bills love to run zone. So, he would fall in there. Another guy there is Kyrie Elm from Florida. He's 6'2", 196. I like the taller guys. Now, Trent McDuffie from Washington. I think he won't be there at that spot. They're saying he might be able to drop because of his past injury or whatever, but he should be gone. I would be happy with either Andre Booth out of Clemson or Elam from Florida. Skipping ahead to the second round. Now, the Bills, if they want to get crazy and try to get a running back, maybe Breece Hall falls from Iowa State. He's 6'1", 220, kind of like it. Bigger, strong, taller guy. 220 is not bad. He's a workhorse. Excuse me. Now, if he's around in the second round, I wouldn't mind them going for him there. I really don't think they should stretch and grab him in the first round, especially when we have a bigger need at corner. We saw what Singletary could do when he was getting 20 carries. He was putting up 100 yards or more. Personally, I still think Zach Moss should be getting more carries. He's, to me, a stronger runner. Singletary shifty. Moss puts more of that pop. Now, so again, personally, go Brees Hall. If not Brees Hall, Chad Muma, the linebacker from Wyoming, 6'3", 242. Who knows what's going to happen with Tremaine Edmonds next year? If we're going to be able to sign him this year. If not, we're going to have to find his replacement. Now, if the Bills can't re-sign him, and they know they're not going to be able to re-sign him, I think they should look to trade him. Call A.J. Klein, bring him back. Then you have Speedy Klein, Milano, 1-2. Bring up one of these kids. But hopefully we're able to re-sign Tremaine for a deal. Hopefully. Brandon could work some magic. We'll see about that. Hopping down to the third round. Here, like if they want to get a wide receiver, I'd say, all right, Justin Ross from Clemson, maybe he'll be there. If you really want a receiver, personally, I don't think we need a receiver right now with what we have. We have some depth there. And I'm not saying receivers a dime a dozen now because good ones aren't, but you can find more wide receivers now. Starting from high school to college, everybody's passing the ball more. Receivers have become better. They're getting better. So they're out there. So if they want to, I would say, hey, Justin Ross out of Clemson. That's who I would probably go with. If not, I would look at Jeremy Ruckert, Iowa State, their tight end. And if not, offensive lineman Nicholas Petit-Frere. I think I'm saying that right. I would go with offensive line or a tight end. Listen, we could always get depth there. Depth. I think this draft is more about depth than getting starters. Now, if they enter a starting spot, even better. But maybe they'd start in a year or two from now. Like I said, I think this is more of a depth thing. Personally, if I had the choice, I'd go with Justin Ross, the wide receiver from Clemson. Moving now to the fourth round. Again, I think corner is our biggest need in this draft. I would go with Mario Goodrich from Clemson. If he's there, that's who I would pick up. If not, I will look at Sterling Weatherford from a safety out of Miami, Ohio. We're going to have to use some depth there. Jordan Poyer's already looking to renew his contract. He signed with Josh Rosenthal. He's going to be looking for a top dollar. I'm not sure if the Bills are going to be able to give him top dollar. So we'll have to see with that. If not, also looking at Michael Clemens, defensive end from Texas A&M. We could always use some help there, even though we did sign a few guys. And we have a lot of young guys that need to step up. So, again, depth. That's what I'm looking at, depth. But Mario Goodrich, cornerback out of Clemson, much needed depth at cornerback. So that's who I would go with in the fourth round. Skipping up to the fifth round. Three guys I'm looking at. By the way, I'm just putting down three guys most of the time. Also, in the third round, if Chad Muma fell to the third round, I would take him before going with Justin Ross at wide receiver, and that would mess up my whole board, kind of. But if you could get Andre Booth Jr. in the first round, go running back with Hall in the second, and get Muma in the third, I think that would would look pretty damn good on paper. Skipping up to the fifth round, linebacker DeMarco Jackson out of Appalachia State is somebody I was looking at. Smoke Monday, the safety out of Auburn. Chase Hines, offensive guard out of LSU. Out of those three, I probably would go with Smoke Monday. If the round before that I took the corner, Mario Goodrich. So I would go with some more depth at safety, Smoke Monday out of Auburn, and that would be my pick in the fifth round. Now going to the sixth round, we have two picks. I would go, what was it here? The sixth round, I was looking at Javion Highlight from Coastal Carolina, wide receiver. Cordell Wilson, North Dakota State offensive lineman. I'm just going to put out five guys here. James Houston, edge linebacker out of Jackson State. Tight end Daniel Bellinger out of San Diego State. Here, one pick, it depends. Like if Muma drops to the third round, I would take him there. Probably pick up Javion Hiley from Coastal Carolina for my wide receiver in this draft. If, like I said, Muma fell and I didn't draft one in the third round, Justin Ross. I would probably go with Javion Highline there. One idea I was thinking maybe draft James Houston as linebacker edge, especially with Von Miller there. He could sit behind Von, pick his brain, learn from Von, being that Von's also linebacker slash, DN. So I think that would be a good combo there. I would probably go wide receiver, Javion Highland from Coastal Carolina, and James Houston out of Jackson State. Now, if I drafted a wide receiver earlier, I'd probably go with Cordell Volson, the offensive lineman out of North Dakota State. We always need offensive linemen. Plug them in, even with the moves we did. In the 7th round, I was looking at 2 offensive linemen, Blaze Andreas from Minnesota and Justin Schaefer out of Georgia. I would probably take either one of these guys in the 7th round for depth, and especially if in the 6th round I took a wide receiver and a linebacker, I would add my offensive lineman there. Now, one guy, I don't think he's going to get drafted. It's a running back. I would like to see the Bills pick him up as an undrafted rookie if he's still out there. Isaiah Pacheco out of Rutgers. The kid has speed. He's strong. The only thing, the knock on him, he gets banged up pretty easy. But he has breakaway speed. He can return kickoffs. So if he's out there undrafted, I would look at Pacheco out of Rutgers, and that would help with our running back situation, even if he's on our practice squad. So that's about it. On that, I went with 2 corners, 1 safety, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 linebacker slash edge, and 1 offensive lineman with the 8 picks that we have this year. Am I right? Am I wrong? Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully the Bills draft as good as they've been doing the last few years. We can't knock on Bean or McDermott. These guys have been doing a great year. Half their draft picks, I think even more than half of their draft picks, are still on the team contributing. So to all the Bills fans out there, salute. Go Buffalo. Let's get this done tonight. And we'll be keep an eye out. We'll be posting on Twitter. Where's our page? As always, where did I put it? Right here. Boom. Viva Los Bills on Twitter. On Facebook, join our page. On YouTube, Viva Los Bills. And on Facebook, like I said, Viva Los Bills. Guys, have a great one. Let's go get them. We'll update you guys when we're going to be back, Vinny and I. All right? Until then, adios. Nos vemos. Peace out. Until next time, go Buffalo.